Hey guys, it's Jeremy, Classic Guitar Rock. And I haven't done any music updates in a long time. So what I'm going to start to do, again, remembering that I have ADHD and have short attention span, I just want to come on here and talk about guitar for a few minutes. And I want to make this a regular thing. I don't know, what will we call it? Classic Guitar Rock Coffee Break. I like it. It just came up with. It's a Classic Guitar Rock Coffee Break. I don't drink coffee, but it sounds good. So I just want to talk about one thing that you can use in your playing. And this is a simple thing. I want to talk about the Ace Frehley chord. I call it the Ace Frehley chord because he's the first one I think of when I see this. But this is fraught. This is all over, especially in the 70s. This little thing we're going to talk about. Ace Frehley, Alex Lifeson, the Doobie Brothers. They all did it. Okay, Bad Company. And it's simply this little guy. Now, if you know your caged chords, my favorite of the caged chords, so I got lessons on caged chords. You can look it up. Well, there's a C shape. It's based on, the cowboy chord C. Well, you can move that up, right, and play that anywhere. There it's a C. If I move it up here, now you got to move a bar up, but I'm basically still playing that shape, right? That right there would be a D sharp. Okay, that would be a D, C. So that's the C shape in a caged. So that's the intro to what caged is, right? It's based on the C shape, the A shape, the G shape, the E shape, and the D shape. Hence caged. Well, all we're going to talk about is that C shape. And here's the thing. You could play that whole shape, right? Your root is going to be wherever you're, again, this is that C shape. I can move it all up and down the neck. As I move it away from the open fret, I have to bar it. Does that make sense? Okay. So I can play that whole shape. It works fine. But here's the Ace Frehley chord, right? And this is the way most of the guys in the 70s would do it. Okay. Again, here's my root. But they usually don't play that, okay? They just play that shape. It looks like, for instance, in this position, it looks like a C minor 7. And it would be if I play it like that. Okay, that would be a C minor 7. But if I were only to play these three notes, I get a major triad. And that would be in this case, that would be a D sharp major triad. Okay, see how that works? It could be a C minor 7 if I have the root here. But if I were to play it with a D sharp, it's a D sharp major. Clever, isn't it? Well, so what you do with the Ace Frehley part is just focus on these 2, 3, second, third, and fourth string. Okay, that sounds like the Doobie Brothers there, doesn't it? Okay, every Doobie Brothers song in the world has that. But think about this. There's an A shape. Just hammer that down. Okay? Jillion songs that have that little thing. Now, that, again, if I were to play the root, that's a D. That'd be the same as if I went, okay, A to D. But it's a lot easier to go. You could add a pedal. Okay, there's lots of Kiss songs that have that. Lots of Bad Company songs. Okay, so let's just look at what I'm doing there. Like I said, on the I'm just playing the middle three strings, basically. 2, 3, well, 2, 3, and 4 string. Okay, so that's an A to D. Slide clear up here. That's the back end of a D chord. So now I'm going to D to What would the root be there? That's a G, D to G. A to D. Here's a D to G. So that little shape is a part of that C caged shape. And you notice, by the way, here's a little sneak peek. That's the A shape chord. When I come up here, I'm still doing the A shape, but because I'm just playing the second, third, and fourth strings, that gives me a D major triad. So here's two shapes from the cage that we're talking about. The C shape, right, which gave us, okay, and wherever I play it, my root is always going to be, think of that C shape. The root's going to be wherever my pinky would go in this C shape if I were playing the whole chord, right? But I'm just playing the second, third, and fourth string. And then the other shape of the cage we're talking about is this A shape. Okay, here's a D. That's a D based on the A shape. Here's the A shape right there. Does that make sense? So this opens up the fretboard a lot, okay? Because I can play, there's a D to G with very little effort. C to whatever that is, F, A to D, okay? So that's just kind of a cool little thing to do. That's using basically two of the caged shapes. We're using the C shape and the A shape. And again, I call it the Ace Frehley chord because he uses that a lot. And a lot of the 70s guys use that. Experiment with that. Play around with that. See what you think. Hey, that's White Snake. You talk too much. Oh, you never shut up. Whatever it is, okay? Just practice that little Ace Frehley snippet. Again, based on the C shape of the caged method and the A shape of the caged method. Have fun with that. And let's do this again sometime. We'll see you. Bye-bye.